You're 3 menus deep in a streaming app, thumb hovering over a movie you decided against 2 screens ago. 25 minutes have passed. You've watched 0 minutes of anything. Your finger is doing more scrolling than your eyes are doing watching. You came here relaxed. Now you're irritated, jaw tight, weirdly exhausted. The specific fatigue of choosing, not doing. You close the app. You open another one. Same thing happens. This isn't a willpower problem, and it isn't really about movies. There's a single question that reveals whether you're wired to regret every purchase you make, and it's coming. You stand in front of a wall of 42 jams at a little Menlo Park grocery store. Your hand hovers. You pick up one jar, read the label, put it back. Pick up another. This is the setup psychologist Sheena Iyengar actually ran. Real tasting booth, real shoppers. More jars felt like a gift. More chances to find your jam. But watch what your brain does at the shelf. It's not scanning options anymore. It's grinding through them, comparing labels, weighing regret in advance. Freedom flips into labor. And what happened at the checkout counter after that tasting booth is the part that should really stop you. You walk to the checkout counter and watch what actually happened. Of the shoppers who stopped at the 24 flavor table, only 3% bought a jar. At the 6 flavor table, nearly 30% did, 10 times as many. The bigger display pulled more people in, sure, but it sent almost all of them away empty-handed, jam-less, hands in pockets. Fewer options, more sales. More options, more lookers. That's the paradox sitting right there in the data. And it gets stranger once you ask what choice overload does to people after they've already bought something. You step off a curb without looking both ways. That's choice overload after the fact. Even the shoppers who braved the 24 jam table and picked one were less satisfied with their jam than the ones who'd faced just 6. Same jam, same taste buds, worse feeling about the purchase. More options didn't just scare people off. For the ones who stayed, it quietly rotted their confidence in whatever they walked away with. You'd expect the buyers, at least, to feel good. They don't. And once you see that, the real question isn't why people freeze at the jam table. It's what's happening inside their heads while they're standing there. 11 p.m. You're on the couch, phone light on your face. 40 restaurants stacked in a feed, thumb moving faster than your eyes can actually read. Thai, $30 sushi, a burger place you've never tried. You're not choosing anymore. You're just swiping until the scrolling stops. Finally, you tap something. Not because it looked good, but because your thumb got tired. Order confirmed. And the second it says, on its way, it hits you. I should have just gotten the usual. That feeling isn't random. It's not you being indecisive at 11 p.m. It's your brain doing something very specific and very measurable the moment options cross a certain number. You wait for confirmation, and it never comes. The next employee, and the next, hits the same wall of options and walks away. Iyengar and her team studied real 401k retirement plans across hundreds of companies. The pattern was consistent. For every 10 funds added to the lineup, participation actually dropped. More choices didn't mean more engagement. It meant more people opting out of saving for retirement altogether, some for years at a stretch. Overwhelmed employees weren't weighing trade-offs. They were freezing, then quietly giving up. That's the retirement trap. And it gets even weirder when you look at what happens to the people who do decide. You stand at the fridge, scanning 12 salad dressings, and something's already slipping. Psychologists call it decision fatigue. Every option you weigh drains a mental battery that doesn't refill on demand. Roy Baumeister's research on choice overload found that stretch of comparing, ranking, second-guessing wears down the same willpower you need 5 minutes later at checkout. So you grab the card, and your judgment's already spent. That's when the impulse buy sneaks in. The candy bar, the upsell, the just add it click. Not because you wanted it, because you had nothing left to say no with. And the exhaustion isn't even the strange part. You're staring at a shelf of 48 jams. Here's the reveal. Psychologist Barry Schwartz calls you a maximizer if you need the single best option every time. A satisficer stops at good enough. Same data on outcomes, but maximizers report more regret, even when they pick objectively better jam, better job, better anything. The fix is absurdly simple. Before you even browse, write down 3 finalists. Cap it there. Then ask the one question that unmasks a maximizer. Am I looking for great? Or am I still hunting for perfect? Perfect was never on the shelf. Great was 3 rows back, waiting the whole time.